Welcome back. So I realized not long ago I really hadn't done a video of really just going over some of the photos I've gotten. Of course, I haven't really bought many photos lately, but had a few orders come in, and I put them all together, all different times, save them up, and finally just do one video of just some of the photos that have come in as of late. This is a 1971 Golda Meir in Jerusalem, Prime Minister of Israel. This is Moshe Dayan, 1970s, late 60s, early 70s. Publication photo. And this was after his refusal to run for Prime Minister. And then you have President Levi Eshkol and Prime Minister Golda Meir in this particular photo. And then this is 1948. This is shortly after the State of Israel was formed by the United Nations. Chaim Wiesenthal was named president, and this is basically one of the photos used to commemorate that particular occasion. And here you have a nice photo, I believe 1960s, the Western Wall, before a lot of the excavations that happened right back here. And then you have Levi Eshkol and Lyndon Baines Johnson. And that's all of the Israeli photos I have this time around. Now let's move to baseball, which what many of you are looking for. So this particular photo, I'll pull some of these out for you, just so I can give you more accurate information. This is how I kind of put all the photos away. This is with the Ultra Pro pages and acid-free backers. So you have Al Rosen and Vic Wertz. Vic Wertz, as you may recall, is the one that hit the ball that Willie Mays famously caught in the World Series. Next up, fortunately I remember some of these, have Al Rosen and Ray Boone, Bob Boone's father, Aaron and Brett Boone's grandfather. Ray Boone was a catcher for the Cleveland Indians at the same time that Rosen was the third baseman. Next up, a little game action here. The Alvin Dark. This is sliding the first with Al Rosen playing sliding third base with Al Rosen playing third. This one is a little bit different. This is the gentleman sliding against the Giants. Was forced out at second base. Is Morris Arnovich. Again, Arnovich is one of the guys I try and find, even though it's incredibly difficult to find. Not a whole lot out there. Card-wise, photo-wise, autos. He died in the 1950s. So, kind of really tough guy to collect, but it is interesting kind of finding things here and there when I can. This is quite the interesting photo. So this is 1945. This is Hank Greenberg's mother accepting a phone call, obviously with a picture of her son in his Army uniform, his Army Air Corps uniform. And this was during the World Series, when Detroit won. So October 5th, 1945. So quite the interesting photo there. And here's another Hank photo. This is a little bit later. I believe this is 46, if I remember correctly. No, this is 45. This is World Series. Phil Cavarretta. This is from October 4th, 1945. So it's interesting. If it's October 4th, then you have this photo is October 5th. Kind of an interesting little Hank collection there. I do have a couple postcards from that series. So interesting little couple of Hank photos I was able to pick up. And then this is nice late 30s Hank Greenberg Wheaties box. Wheaties photo. I did have one, or I do have another one. And these are definitely something that if they come up and they're cheap enough, 95% of the time I will pick it up, because these just don't survive. Simple as that. It's an early Hank piece. These photos are pretty well known, especially those of us that collect players that were included in these sets. So when they come up for really cheap, I'll pick them up. Even beat up copies have some value to them, and they're just really nice examples of a lot of the players' time, but for me specifically, Hank Greenberg, home run champ for 1935. So, nice early Hank Wheaties piece. Another copy of it added to the collection. So that's what I got for you this time around. A nice little collection of photos with a little Wheaties photo at the end. Change things up a little bit. Basically all PC items for me. And again, photos generally, I like to stick into that $10 to $15 range. Sometimes I'll go up to as high as $20. Sometimes I'll get stuff for under $10. It all really depends on the subject matter and what type of photo it is. So most of the photos you see, there are a few exceptions to it, but the vast majority of the photos I've gone through in this video and in other videos fall right into that $10 to $15 range. Sometimes lower, sometimes a little bit higher. But I think it's pretty safe to play in that range. Add a lot of really nice items to a collection, especially if you're a player collector. Finding the original photos at that price point is a really nice way to build up your PC. So that's what I have for you this time around. And until next time, please remember to collect what you enjoy what you collect, and don't let anybody, especially the market or a YouTuber, dictate that to you. And most importantly, have fun. Have fun by being active in this community. So find your way of participating, whether it's making videos, watching and commenting, going to live streams, group chats, going to your LCS or local card show, or simply talking about the hobby with family and friends. The more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. The more you'll learn, the more your PC will grow, the more people you'll meet, and the more fantastic friendships you'll form. So I thank you very much for joining me. Hope to see you again. Have a good one, and bye for now.